Once upon a time, there were two big countries in the world, America and the Soviet Union. During World War II, they worked together, but after the war ended, they became rivals. America believed in freedom and democracy, while the Soviet Union had different ideas, wanting to spread its own system. It was like two teams, each thinking their way was the best. In 1945, leaders from America, the Soviet Union, and Britain met to talk about how to share Germany. They decided to split the country into two parts. West Germany went to America and its friends, while East Germany was controlled by the Soviet Union. Berlin, the capital, was also split. This made both sides feel very nervous, like when two teams are in a big game, but don't agree on the rules. Winston Churchill, a leader from Britain, called the line between the two sides the Iron Curtain. America didn't want the Soviet way of thinking to spread, so it promised to help countries that needed support. In return, the Soviet Union created its own group of countries to help each other. America also helped rebuild Western Europe with something called the Marshall Plan, a kind of big helper project. Now the world was divided into two parts, the West, with America, and the East, with the Soviet Union. Things in Berlin got tricky. The Soviet Union stopped supplies from getting to West Berlin, trying to make life harder for the people there. But America didn't give up. They sent food and supplies by plane to help. In the end, the Soviet Union allowed the planes to bring the supplies through. One day, something exciting happened. The Soviet Union launched a small spaceship called Sputnik into space. This surprised everyone, and America wanted to do something even bigger. So, they started a race to see who could explore space first. The Soviet Union was the first to send a person into space, but America made history in 1969 by sending the first person to walk on the moon. In Berlin, things became even more difficult. The Soviet Union built a big wall to stop people from moving from East Berlin to West Berlin. The wall kept people separated for a long time. But in 1989, people began to tear down the wall, celebrating a new beginning and freedom. It was a sign that the Cold War was coming to an end. In 1991, the Soviet Union broke apart, and the Cold War finally ended. The world started to become calmer, and people learned important lessons about how fighting over ideas and power can hurt everyone. Once upon